Havliks, Hot Rods by Havliks. Well, Tri-State came to us at PRI last year, and they wanted to see if we could fill a spot. They had an open weekend, wanted to know if we wanted to put together a race. So we said, yeah. Me and Brian sat down and we said, sure, we'll do a little weekend shootout. And then by the end of the meeting that we had with Tri-State after that, they said, you can do whatever you want. Well, when you tell me and Brian we can do whatever we want, we're going to do whatever we want, and we're going to do it as big as we can. So now it went from just a small little weekend deal to the first tribute race to the fastest streetcar shootout. I think I'm most excited about all these original cars that, I mean, when me and Brian were younger, in '97, we piled into his mom's car and we drove all the way to Memphis with a few other buddies, and we went there because we wanted to be those guys and to be able to put on this race here in our home track and bring these original guys that we wanted to be and have a race for them. That's what I'm most excited about. Bringing these guys back together again, cars that haven't been seen in 20-some years, and just putting it all back into the public eye.
What's up, guys? We are at the Hot Rods by Havliks fastest streetcar shootout at Tri-State Raceway in Earlville, Iowa. This is going to be an epic race. Can't wait to show you guys all the content.
All right, hey, I'm Zach Havlik. I am Jess's brother, Brian's cousin. I'm here this weekend to help these guys out with whatever they need. Primarily just Jess's bitch.
All right, tell us what the plan is for today. How fast are you going?
How fast?
Yeah. Are we going to
How fast do you want me to go today, Michael?
200.00
That's
or faster.
it?
Yeah, or faster. I mean, I'll take that.
Well, yeah.
Matt, how fast are you going today?
I'm going 200 plus, baby.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Good luck today, guys.
He's going just slightly slower than me.
Hang on. Ready?
Tony Latimer, we're from Colorado. We're here to see if we can get into some low nines in the Camaro.
Hi guys, Jason Hurley, Greeley, Colorado. We're here for the FSC shootout this weekend, hoping to finally break this car into the sixes and get over 200 miles an hour and just go some rounds.
Hi, I'm Brian Goldstone, Osceola, Indiana. This is my 73 Javelin. Here to, race the Havliks race, and well, obviously the only reason we come anywhere is to try to win. So we're going to try to we've been a 678 here at Six Summer. We're going to try to better that.
What's up, everybody? Andy Savakinas here from Trackside Media, and we are here at Hot Rod by Havliks FSC reunion. Super excited to be here. We are the media sponsor for the event, as you can see on the billboard here at the top right-hand side. What I am most excited about this weekend is seeing the cars that got me into drag racing. I saw them on the pages of Hot Rod Magazine, and I am seeing them in person for the first time here. And you should probably be here, so you can see them in person too. But anyway, we're about an hour away from racing here, and super excited to see these cars actually get on track and run some numbers. We are Trackside Media everywhere. See right there, Trackside Media, everywhere.
All right, well, let's get to it. Guys, we can't do this without you. Our race car friends make all of this possible. You are so cool and so supportive, and we love everything about you guys. And just want to say thanks publicly right here to all of our race car friends that help us make it through this. And of course, our sponsors. We can't do it without them. We can't travel. We can't put on these great shows. We can't buy equipment and all that kind of stuff without Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Racing Junk Classifieds, and Power Tube TV. Y'all, it just gets deeper and deeper around here. It's awesome. I love what we've got going on for 24, and there's things working for 2025 already. It's so exciting.
All right, dude, tell us who you are, where you're from, and about this truck.
I am Nick Cryer from Manhattan, Illinois. This is my 1963 Divco milk truck with a 565 big block twin turbos. Yeah, does nice little wheelies out of the hole. Runs high tens.
Yeah, and it's a blast. This is probably everyone's favorite.
Appreciate that.
How many pictures of this thing do you get?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, I get quite a bit.
That's awesome. How long have you had this thing?
Oh, probably 8 or 9 years now, since we started building it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Haven't seen that long, but
right. Good luck today.
Thank you.
You're freezing, you're raining. Bringing it to you, bank ship. Thank you to all the sponsors.
Hi, I'm Emily Medicis. I'm out here with my husband Cody Medicis at the Havliks fastest streetcar shootout race. He is racing the Super Street Clash. So the cool thing about this event is all the cars are supposed to be street legal, so you should see a lot of them driving back and forth to the pits and the staging lanes and things like that. So these kinds of events are always fun for us. Building this for drag and drives, I have a Camaro as well that we have done plenty of drag and drives with. We're out of Burbank, Illinois, and you can follow us on Facebook at Medicis Motorsports.
All right, sir, tell us who you are and where you're from.
Hi, my name's Mike Hayden. I live in Fallbrook, California, which is on the north side of San Diego County.
Oh, wow. That's a long trip coming here to Iowa.
It was a long ride, 30 hours straight. We bonsai'd up here to the Havliks place because they said, Mike, you need to have this car here.
Yeah.
And we'll help you get it.
That is awesome. Well, tell us a little bit of history, how long you've had the car, and then we'll back up from there.
Okay, so Bob Rieger had the car built by Bicco. It was built in 2000. He ran it in 2000 and 2001. It came up for sale in the National Dragster. My customer was at my shop when it came out. He goes, Mike, see what it will cost. I'll write the check. And so together we formed this partnership, and we bought the car from Rieger, and with all the spare equipment and all that, the tune-ups and everything, and I drove the car in 2002 on the West Coast. We set the records, and the car was above nobody had nothing for this car. It was just bad to the bone. It was just that. Rieger did a great job. producing this car. So at the end of the 02 season, I told them I couldn't drive it anymore. I had too much business obligations and stuff. So in 03, it kind of sat around. One of my crew guys, Chuck Roberts, drove it a little bit under the tutelage of Annette Summer, who's pitted right behind us. And then it went back to the West Coast, and we got Ed Thornton to drive it. So Ed Thornton drove it 04, 05, 06, 07, won the championship each year.
Wow.
And then in 08, he ran it again, but they finally caught up to him. And so I think Mahovis won the championship in the PSCA that year, and that was... and then another car became available for Ed, and so he parked the 57, and it just sat since 08.
Wow. So...
And back in the old street racing days, when we straight raced, I had a 69 Camaro, and I remember racing, and I beat this guy with a 68 Camaro. And then at that point, there was one guy left to beat. There wasn't a real list, but the only guy left to beat was Ed Thornton. So even back in the streetway, he was the man. There's no doubt about it. He's a very good racer, maybe one of the best racers I've ever met.
That's awesome. Well, let's get into some history since you've had it, or since, so walk us from 08 until now.
Okay, so in 08, the car basically got parked. Ed had another car to drive. They took a lot of parts off of this car to put in the trailer and to make the other car competitive. It was a Corvette. And then and it just sat in a warehouse. It just sat. And then the owner of the car, a fellow named Hal, he was my partner when we bought it from Rieger. He was the money man. He got sick, and he called me up one day and said, "Mike, I'm not doing well. Do you want to buy the 57?" And I said, "Sure, I've always wanted to buy it." And so I went up to Ed Thornton's shop. I looked at it, and it looked beautiful, like the pictures you saw. I didn't realize how many parts were missing, though. I didn't realize that, but I said I didn't care. I didn't care what it took. It was the 57, so I bought it, I brought it home, we put it up on a rack, we started looking at it, and that's when I kind of got a real assessment of what it needed. And that was probably about in the middle of 22, so that was 2 years ago probably. And I thought, well, okay, I'm going to have to get some money together and, put this car together. And then this year, earlier, probably in probably in April, I had the engine. I started working on the engine previous. I had the pistons, so I decided I was going to assemble the engine. So I put the engine in the engine room. It took me about 4 or 5 weeks. It was a mess, but it was the original engine from 02 when I drove it. So I sorted through it. I got it all together. It was sitting there. I was going to put it in my boat, if you can believe it, but it wouldn't fit. The oil pan wouldn't fit. So I brought the 57 out of the trailer and put it up on the rack, and I said, well, let's go.
That's awesome.
And we started working on it. And then Annette told me about the Havliks deal, and they're going to bring all these old cars. Go, Mike, you got to try. And I said, okay. So we worked really hard, sorted through everything, had kind of a game plan, and I did send my registration in to the guys, but then I called them and I realized I wasn't going to make it. I just couldn't. It was just too much to do. Every single thing needed. We started by painting the chassis because it was all beat up, and it was just kind of like a restoration.
It was all apart.
Yeah, totally. And then they called me and
I want to thank you.
He said, I had a conversation with Brian. And I told him I wasn't going to make it, and then he called me back in an hour. He said, Mike, if you get that car up here somehow with all the parts, we'll help you put it together.
Oh man!
Even if you have to go back home and we have to do a lot of it here, we'll help you. We want that car here. And I went, son of a gun. Who would do that? Who would do that? He said, we have a lot of sponsors, and a couple of the sponsors that called me and said, Mike, we'll provide for you this. We had the Race Part Solution guys. These guys were just stepping up, and I just went, I said, all right. So I packed, I put it together as much as I could so that they would know what was there. Finished painting some stuff, put the engine in the car, packed up everything. 3 in the morning, my wife and I left San Diego area, and we drove straight through to them. Frankly, I was worried about parking anywhere and getting the car stolen. I didn't want that to happen. So we drove straight through and ended up there. And anyway, and these guys have worked their little fannies off. I went home after a couple days and I came back early. We got it running, and everything was iffy. We didn't know what was going to happen. We got it running. The engine ran okay. Lots of things with the Motec that nobody knew about, and the Lenko, and this is not normal. We do automatics and MSD stuff and grids and stuff, and this was old stuff but different. So hey, here it is running and driving, and I'm gonna see if it'll do a burnout today.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for bringing it. It's really cool to have it here.
Well, my pleasure, and these guys have been awesome, and I got great respect for them. So. that was kind of crazy. First time in any car since '08 for me, and actually first time for this car since '08. Yeah, we did a little burnout, had a little too much air in the tires, kind of forgot about that, so didn't put much smoke up. Did a little easy pass, hit all 3 gears, everything seemed good, so next time, I'm going to give it a little more.
What are you working on?
Oh, just checking the tune-up, looking at the spark plugs.
All right, Glenn, how did test pass 1 go?
I think okay, because I changed a lot of things. So I started off real easy. I didn't put a heck of a lot of boost in it, and we definitely had to make some adjustments. So hopefully those adjustments, get me a little bit better.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, good luck, dude.
Better rankings, yeah. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
second pass. Burnout was a little better, put some better air pressure numbers in the tires, and lined up with my friend Annette. That was kind of cool, and ran a little bit harder, a little bit faster, but still a long ways to go. But it was a lot of fun.
Well, and it made it all the way down the track good. Everything looked good from our side of it. So, that's the one thing people have to keep in mind. You can't just go all out when these things are been up for so long.
Yep. So anyway, a lot of fun.
That's
cool.
awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get to it. Guys, we can't do this without you. Our race car friends make all of this possible. You are so cool and so supportive, and we love everything about you guys. And just want to say thanks publicly right here to all of our race car friends that help us make it through this. And of course, our sponsors. We can't do it without them. We can't travel. We can't put on these great shows. We can't buy equipment and all that kind of stuff without Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Racing Junk Classifieds, and Power Tube TV. Y'all, it just gets deeper and deeper around here. It's awesome. I love what we've got going on for 24, and there's things working for 2025 already. It's so exciting.
Matt Frost, tell us what's up, dude. How'd it go?
Well, we went up there at first, and we're going to make the first test hit, and it dumped oil all over the place because we did the photo shoot yesterday, and apparently it made a bunch of alcohol in the oil, and it went out the breather. So we came back, scrambled, cleaned all that up. So we didn't, we were hoping to be the first hit, an 8th mile hit, so we could check all the data and stuff, which obviously we didn't get. So this second hit, it did really good. It's the second best 60 foot we've ever had with the car, and the numbers were real good to the 8. So fastest it's gone in the 8 so far. So the next round, Brent did a little bit of up and arrow, and we'll hopefully get all the way down through there and let this thing rip.
So are you going to give us any numbers at all, or is that still hush-hush for a minute?
When you come back to the next one, we'll talk about it. No, well, actually, nobody's going to see this right away, right?
Right.
So, it actually went a 4. It was like a 440, I think, is what it did in the 8th. And I don't remember what the mile an hour was, but it was 112, 60 foot. So we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yep. Hey guys, Jason Hurley here. Just went our first ever 6-second pass, 695 or 6985 at 210 miles an hour. So we are stoked. We've been working on that one for like 3 years now.
Is that the fastest mile an hour too?
Yes, by a long shot, by 10 mile an hour. Yep. So
wow.
We like this Iowa air. It's good.
Yeah, this is way different. So first 200 mile an hour pass at Bandimere,
correct,
and then come over here 210. Dude,
210.
That's nuts.
Yeah, without even really trying.
So what's that mean for eliminations? What's the plan for that?
Brent's still working on the tune-up. We probably need to get a little bit quicker out of the 60 foot and put some more out the back, maybe move everything up a little bit and see how much faster we can go.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to give a huge shout out to the whole Connect bloodline that's here today by multiple last names, but Connect Family Farms is part of this, so we're really happy we could do that here today.
That's awesome. All right, Mr. Goldstone, tell us, how'd that one go?
It went good. I had an 0-12 reaction time, which was a little bit too fast for, not knowing where the field's at with you. Am I allowed to say my time since it was no time?
Because it's going to be later. I'll post it later.
Yeah, so basically, it left good. It still wasn't great on this 11060. It's been 105. So kind of slow to the 8th, 437, but it went a 662 at 215. Yeah, so it ended up with the 662 at 215, which is kind of what we put in it, but it should have been a little faster because I put a hole out on the big end there at 5 seconds out. It was on the drive shaft was on a 56 run down here, so that's pretty good for here, not knowing, fastest we went here I think was a 678.
Wow, so yeah, that's a big move forward. That's awesome.
Got a little more in it, just got to figure what we need to do to get the job done. So don't want to show all the cards early, I guess, but it's actually left both times and went down the track. I mean, it lost number 2 on when I was staging the car when I was coming up on boost, and I went through all the plugs and forgot to gap 2 of them somehow. So.
Yep, it's probably during your trash talk.
Yeah, I spent too much time trash talking. I should focus a little better, I guess. So.
Good luck, man.
All right, thanks, man.
heading into round 1 of eliminations. This is going to be epic. I hope you guys enjoy all this content.
How much fun?
Yeah, how much fun have you had, dude? Here's the thing, promoting is tough, but you guys have put on a heck of an event. How much fun have you had today?
Oh, it's been a blast seeing everybody. I mean, everybody's so excited. I mean, it's emotional.
Yeah.
So.
It's awesome, man. It's been really fun being here, and Trackside Media, those dudes have been working their butts off, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I mean, it's all the racers coming together. I mean, this wouldn't happen without it. That's really what it's all about.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
out, dude?
Absolutely. Thank you to everybody that's been watching tonight. All of our guests, you guys are our race car friends. Now that we got the website up, we're looking to do some special stuff there too for the race car friends. So stay tuned. We've been working through some stuff, trying to get details nailed out on how we can move forward on that stuff. And of course, thanks to all of our sponsors that help us go to these events, do coverage, help me upload so far 950 photos from the Havliks event, and literally probably 2,000 more to go through. So thanks Summit Racing Equipment, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, Performabuilt Transmission, Howard's Cam with the new t-shirt, Sweet Patina Racing Junk, and our media partner PowerTube TV